Si Senator Loren Legarda na ho ang sasalansan dito kay Lotok sa second day ng week 2 ng impeachment trial nitong si BP Sara dyan sa Senado. Isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan at sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community yung join button na dyan lang ho sa baba. Wala na ho tayo maraming segue. Re-recta na ho tayo sa pagtatanong nitong si Senator Loren Legarda. Okay.
You want to do that now, Senator Judge Padilla? Yes, Senator Judge Padilla would like to interject before we go on a break. You may proceed, sir.
Yan, si Senator
Maraming
Loren.
salamat po, Ginoong Tagapamahala ng Hukom at sa ating Ginoong Pangulo. Maari po ba makapagtanong sa ating mahal na saksi?
Opo, Your Honor. Maaari po.
Ang una ko pong katanungan sana ay taga saan po kayo na lugar, na probinsya?
Tacloban, sir.
Tacloban.
Tacloban City,
Opo.
sir.
Kayo po ngayon ay Regional Director ng NBI sa BARM.
Yes, sir.
Opo. Yun po ba ay isang promosyon para sa inyo na madala sa BARM? Dahil totoo po ba na kayo ang tinatawag na Golden Boy ngayon sa NBI?
Golden Boy. Golden Boy pala to.
I cannot comment on that po, Your Honor.
Kasi po ang
Nasa BARM po ako. Wala ho ako ngayon sa
Opo.
main office, sir.
promotion po ba yon? Yung napunta kayo sa BARM? Balita ko po kasi ilang beses na kayo na-promote sa NBI. 12 years na po kayo, no? Sa NBI.
Yes, sir.
Opo. Ilang beses na po kayo na-promote?
Pag nanalo si BP Sara sa 2028, wag ka mag-alala, Brad. May promotion ka ulit. Okay? May promotion ka sigurado. Baka mo lang.
Since na pumasok ko ako sa NBI,
Opo.
sir,
Hmm.
from investigation 1, 2, 3 noong 2015, 2016. Well, nung mula ako na pumasok ako sa academy, from investigation 1 hanggang ngayon sa regional director, sir.
Ilang beses po yan? Sa isang taon po, ha?
Sa isang taon? Anong taon po, sir, ang tinutukoy nyo?
Bago po kayo napunta sa BARM.
Bago ho ako napunta sa BARM, regional director po ako ng Mimaropa,
May Maropa.
Region 4B, sir.
Opo. Kayo po ba ang pumili sa BARM? Na
Hindi
kayo
po,
mapunta
sir.
to?
In the exigency of service, doon po kami nilalagay kung ano ang tingin ng direktor na makakatulong kami sa bureau.
Bakit po kaya naisip ng direktor na sa BARM po kayo? Kayo po ba ay may kaalaman sa Islam?
Hindi ko po alam kung ano ang naging basis ng direktor, pero
Kayo po mismo. Kayo po mismo. Ang BARM po kasi is Muslim Mindanao.
Yes, Your Honor.
Opo. Meron po kayong kaalaman sa Islam?
In terms of what do you mean kaalaman, sir? Yung
Sa religion po ng Islam kasi Muslim Mindanao. So, ibig sabihin, kahit basic po siguro ng Islam, no?
Yes, sir. Kahit naman ho sino pwedeng i-assign kahit saang regional office dito sa Pilipinas.
Di ba po parang
Regional
autonomy ang autonomous region ng Muslim Mindanao. So, kailangan man siguro kahit paano meron kayong kaalaman sa Islam.
Hmm.
Konti siguro, sir.
Ano po yung konti na yun?
Well, isa po akong Kristiyano at
Hindi. Hindi ka mukhang Kristiyano, Brad.
hindi ko ho
Mukha kang kasali sa Maleta Gang.
malalaman yung kabuuan nung
Siguro po dapat meron kayong basic din na knowledge ng Islam. Ano? So, pangalawang tanong po. Okay na po yun. Pangalawang tanong po. Meron po ba kayong, sa tagal nyo po, sa NBI, 12 years, meron po ba kayong na-encounter na kaso ninyo sa NBI?
Naku.
Kayo po mismo na-filean ng kaso?
Eto na. Namutla si Boy. Namutla si Boy.
Your Honor, normal ho sa mga NBI agents na makakasuhan. In fact, maging sa sinumang law enforcement agency, that's the price we pay for doing our job and for protecting the country. As a matter of fact, in the NBI, Your Honor, we avoid the noise. We just finish the job.
So ano po yan? Yes? Yes po yan? Yung sagot nyo? Yes?
Normal ho yan yun sa amin.
So yes po?
Attorney Loto, kindly answer the question.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes. Ano pong, pwede po bang malaman kung ano pong mga naikaso sa inyo?
Well, wala ho pa akong natanggap na official case galing sa ombudsman, pero may nakita na ho akong complaint na binigay sa akin from NBI. Hindi ko na humaalala yung sa case na yan. Pero nung chinek po namin yung case na yan, Your Honor,
Baka balik PI siya. Sa tingin ko, balik preliminary investigation to sa pagsalita nitong si Lotok dyan sa impeachment trial.
sabi ko doon sa mga kasama ko, tingnan nyo nga yung validity at authenticity ng case na to. Pinuntahan ho namin yung nagnotaryo, I
So,
think
meron
Makati
po, ano?
Court yun.
Oo.
Yung Makati Court, nag-issue ho ng certification na fake yung notary. Diyan sa reklamo na yan. So sabi ko, huwag nyo nang pansinin, marami tayong trabaho. Kung fake yung notaryo na yan, mere scrap of paper yan. Huwag na nating pansinin. Although, nag-aantay po ako, Your Honor, na mag-notify sa akin ng OMB kasi sasagutin po namin na eto ho ang nakalap namin, may dalawang Chinese na nagreklamo. Chinek ho namin doon sa BI, yung dalawang Chinese na yan, I think 9 months nang overstay at pinaghahanap din ng...
Ano pong kaso po
Bureau of
yung
Immigration.
ipinatong sa inyo? Anong kaso?
Hindi ko maalala, Your Honor. Meron ho, may mga kaso ho doon na nakalagay. Pero again, sabi
Wala
ko
po
nga,
kayong isa kahit maalala na ipinatong sa inyo?
if I'm not mistaken, arbitrary detention, may
Naku,
ganun
arbitrary
pa, may
detention.
unlawful arrest.
Unlawful arrest.
Wala ho sa akin ng record kasi nga, sabi ko nga, nung makita namin na fake yung notary, hindi na ho namin binigyan ng pansin, Your Honor.
Kasi napakakapal po nitong hawak ko.
Wala akong problema, Your Honor.
Oo,
Sasagutin po
kakapal.
namin yan.
Apo.
Sasagutin ko
Hindi
po
niyo
yan.
pa po nasagot magmula noong February 29
Kasi wala pa hong official notice galing sa kung anong ahensya.
na nakarating po sa inyo. Wala pa.
Wala pa ho. Ang nakuha ko,
Malakas ang loob nitong si Boy. Golden Boy talaga siya. Kawa naman, di ba? Magsalita ka dyan sa impeachment. Alam ka na di mo sagutin yan. Pagka mag-alala, karamihan sa mga yan, sasagutin mo pagka presidente na si VP Sara. Okay?
ko lang yung kopya niyan. Siguro may nagpadala sa akin. Sabi ko, teka muna, wala akong official na nare-receive from OMB. So, nung chinek ho namin, kung nag-i-exist ba yung kaso, fake yung notary, hindi na namin
So,
binigyan
ibig niyo
ng
pong
pansin.
sabihin hanggang ngayon, hindi kayo sigurado kung nag-i-exist to.
Dapat may notice na ako from Ombudsman.
Oo, di ba
sir.
po dapat ang reaction ng isang tao kapag may kaso, harapin?
Precisely,
Kasi
Your Honor. Hinihintay ko nga po yung notice from Ombudsman na pag meron na hong notice
Wala
ang
po kayong
Ombudsman-
notice hanggang ngayon? Sa
Wala pa
Ombudsman?
po, Your Honor. Yun nga ang inaantay ko kasi sasagutin namin kasi meron po kaming certification na fake yung notary. Inaantay ko po, Your Honor.
Mas maganda po, maharap nyo kagad.
Definitely, hindi ko
lalong-lalo
namin
na po-
tatakbuhan yan, sir.
Kasi napakahalaga po ngayon nito.
Yes, sir.
Oo, ito po ay ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay napakahalaga.
Yes, sir.
Opo, at ito pong mga kasong ipinatong sa inyo, perjury, robbery, extortion, theft, mainam po ito
As I've said, Your Honor, in the NBI, we avoid the noise. We just
Nako po, nung we avoid the noise. Yung makasuhan ka ng isa, dalawang, pero yung patong-patong na kaso, ibang usapan yan. Brad, ang common denominator yung dalawa ni Kalilong, Hilong Kalilong, anak ng toko, ang dami yung mga kaso. Tapos tumitistigo kayo laban dito kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Ayusin nyo muna yung kaso nyo bago nyo kami ligawan na paniwalaan yung mga kalokohan nyo dyan sa impeachment na yan.
finish the job, sir.
Opo, opo. Meron po akong tanong. Pangatlo. Opo.
Namula si Boy.
Kanina po na ang ganda ng talakayan nyo tungkol sa Romanov.
Yes, sir.
Opo. Alam niyo po ba yung istorya ng Romanov? At ang gaganda po ng mga sagutan ninyo, alam niyo po ba yung historical background ng Romanov?
Ang alam ko lang po dyan, Your Honor, yun yung nangyari sa, I think, Tsar, kung hindi ako nagkakamali sa Russia.
Sa Russia.
Opo,
Opo. Sino po ba yung nakakalaban ng Tsar?
Again, hindi ko po maalala, hindi ko po nakita yung buong...
Yun. Kasi napakahalaga po malaman ng taong bayan kung sino po ang tinatawag natin na Romanov at sino yung nakalaban nila. Kasi po, katabi ko ang isa sa Marcos family.
Yes, sir.
Alam naman po natin lahat, batid natin lahat, na si Apo Lakay, Ferdinand Marcos Sr., ang number 1 na lumaban sa komunista dito sa Pilipinas. Batid naman din po natin na ang nag-execute sa Tsar kay Nikolai at sa kanyang mga anak sa kanyang pamilya ay ang komunista. Alam mo po ba niyo yun?
Yes, sir.
Opo. Ngayon, sino po ba ang pangalawang pangulo na lumaban sa komunista?
Sino po, sir?
Ay di si Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Correct.
Hindi ba po dapat isipin natin yung Romanov ay tungkol sa threat na pumapasok sa mga pamilya na mga namumuno dito sa ating bayan na lumalaban sa komunista. Komunista po ako Gusto ko lamang pong alamin ninyo.
Yes, sir. But well, insofar as the investigation on the issue of whether or not may Romanov or operation of Romanov, ang sabi ko po kanina, nasa intelligence service po namin yan. At I think ang makakasagot po niyan, Your Honor, yung director po namin.
Opo, kasi nabanggit nyo kanina sa usapan po ninyo, si Baste.
Yun
Na
po yung...
sinasabi nyo po kasi kanina, sa usapan po ninyo, sa napakagandang usapan, na yung Romanov, hindi na ipapaliwanag kasi kung ano ba yung ugat nun. Napakahalaga po na alam natin yung ugat. Si Presidente Marcos Sr. ang lumaban sa komunista, kaya nagkaroon ng threat noong 1986.
Yes, sir.
Ngayon, sinasabi ni Baste na nagkakaroon ng threat sa kanila, pamilya, sapagkat alam naman nating lahat na ang nagpatuloy ng paglaban sa komunista pagkatapos ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte ay si Inday Sara Duterte, ang ating Vice President. Sumasang-ayon po ba kayo doon?
Wala po akong personal knowledge, sir.
Ay, bakit po kayo walang personal knowledge?
Nasa gobyerno ka, Brad, ba?
Yun po ang sumunod na assignment ng ating Vice Presidente pagkaupo niya. Siya po ang nag-take over ng NTF-ELCAC. Hindi po alam ng NBI yun.
Aray ko.
Well, nag-NTFL kak siya. Pero yung factual circumstances doon,
Factual,
wala pa po akong...
wala po kayong... Pero alam niyo po, sagutin na lang po ninyo na siya ang nag-take over ng NTF-ELCAC.
Yes, Your Honor.
Opo. Isa na lang po, ginoong tagapamahalang hukom. Sabi niyo po kanina, ulitin ko lang po, gusto ko lang pong malaman ulit.
Galing to si Senator Robin.
Inamin niyo po na wala kayong personal knowledge tungkol dun sa threat ng Pangulo? Ng pangalaw, sabi niyo po kanina, wala kayong personal knowledge na kumuha na ng assassin o papatay sa Pangulo, ang pangalawang Pangulo? Narinig ko po kanina.
During that time?
Yes or no lang po.
During that time, ongoing ho ang validation namin,
So,
sir.
ibig niyo pong sabihin ngayon, meron na kayong personal knowledge na meron na kayong...
Hindi po, ongoing po ang validation. At sabi ko nga po, ang makakasagot po niyan, yung intelligence service namin at ang director po namin, sir.
So hanggang ngayon po, wala pa kayong personal knowledge.
In so far as the Cybercrime Division is concerned back then,
Di po
ongoing
ngayon po,
ho yung
yes or no po?
validation.
Ngayon po, sir, mahal na...
Sasapakin ka na ni Senator Robin, paligoy-ligoy ka na sinasabi, walang yaka. Maging ako dito, nanggagalit na ako sa'yo. Si Senator Robin, nanggigigil na ako, baka masapak ka na niyan.
Aming saksi, ngayon po.
Kung ako tatanungin, wala pa po akong idea, pero baka meron ang intelligence service o ang director po namin.
Attorney Loto, kindly answer the question
Kaya nga,
directly.
ang dami paligoy-ligoy gusto niya talaga yung presente sa sarili niya. Golden boy talaga siya eh.
It's answerable by yes or no. And I think
Yes, sir.
you know the answer.
Opo. Well, ako personally, wala pa po, sir.
Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po.
Wala
Thank you,
ano.
saksi.
Senate President, what is the pleasure of Senator Judge Ligarda?
Mr. President, Mr. Presiding Officer, just a few questions.
The lady has 2 minutes,
Yes.
ma'am. You may
Thank
proceed
you.
when you're ready.
This just to provide clarity for this representation and just a few questions to Attorney Lotok.
Pagsusunurin na,
Yes.
pagsusunurin na ho natin to kay Senator Loren Legarda at yung kay Senator Robin Padilla.
Attorney Lotok, sa paragraph 53 ng Affidavit of Investigation na iyong pinirmahan, sabi niyo po na the Vice President's statements were brought about or motivated by unpleasant circumstances occurring before November 23, 2024 press conference.
I believe, nabasa ko po yan.
Yes.
Your
Kasama
Honor.
ba ho dito yung pahayag ng Vice Presidente noong Oktubre 18, 2024?
Ye-
Is that
yes, Your
part
Honor.
of your affidavit?
Opo, Your Honor.
Yes. Bago naman po magsimula ang press conference noong November 23, mayroon mga pangyayaring kasama ang Chief of Staff, si Attorney Zulaika Lopez, na may kinalaman sa mga na-cite in contempt, sa camera, detention,
Opo.
medical emergency, at mga planong paglilipat.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi pa po ako tapos.
Sorry po.
Kaya nga, excited. Pagka kay Atty. Vinluan, ang tagal niya sumagot, ang daming cheche bureche. Pero pagka dito kay Senator Loren Ligarda, di pa tapos ang tanong, bumibida na kaagad.
Ng piitan sa Correctional Institute for Women sa Mandaluyong. Tama po ba na mga pangyayaring ito ay naganap ilang oras bago yung sinagawang press conference na pinakita ilang beses sa
Yeah.
video?
Yes, Your Honor. Kasama ho yan sa
Yes.
investigation namin.
Kahapon po, sinabi po ng testigo, kayo po, na kinonsider ng NBI yung so-called bigger picture. I think those were the words that you used. Sabi niyo pa, you put all the pieces of the puzzle together in your own words.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Para malinaw lamang sa impeachment court, trying to absorb everything, saan po yatang bahagi ng affidavit of investigation nakasaad yung mga factual findings ng NBI tungkol sa mga pangyayaring November 22 and 23 bago yung press conference? I was perusing the affidavit of the investigation and I could not find the detailed circumstances leading to November 23, where admittedly there was emotions like an emotional hyperbole or an outburst, but the events leading to the press conference. Saan po yun sa inyong affidavit?
I think, Your Honor, nasa affidavit of transcription ho yan.
I
Transcribe po yan as
read it
attachment.
a few times. I could not see the detailed events leading to that. Having mentioned the medical emergency, the transfers to the Correctional Institute for Women, and so that the person who will read the affidavit will have a accurate, factual, and complete appreciation of the events leading to the press conference.
Ye-
Perhaps your view, having been the person who filed the complaint, may have a different perhaps appreciation from my view because I find it somewhat incomplete. And that is just my comment on this because you clearly said you put all the pieces together. And during that time, alam ba ninyo na habang sinasagawa ng NBI ang investigasyong ito, may nakabinbin na direct assault, resistance, and disobedience to authority at grave coercion laban sa Vice Presidente, kaugnay yung insidente nangyari sa ospital, sa Veterans Medical Center.
Narinig ko lang po, Your Honor. Pero
Yes,
hindi
you
ko aware sa
heard
facts
about
na
that, yes. And was there an investigation that was done regarding that incident?
I think ang focus po namin, Your Honor, is yung violation ng grave threats by the Vice President and inciting to sedition. Now, pagdating ho doon sa nangyari sa Vice Presidente, yun nga sabi ko, hindi ako aware sa kabuuan ng facts na yon. Baka yung ibang agency nag-imbestiga po doon, hindi ako aware, Your Honor, doon sa circumstance na yon.
And so would the answer, Attorney Lotok, be a no? Were these taken into consideration in the investigation?
Again, Your Honor, nasa
Or would this be a yes, meaning it is contained in the affidavit, which I'm trying to look for as well?
Nasa affidavit of transcription po yung nangyaring usapan during that time. Nag-execute ho ng affidavit of transcription ng agent on case, Your Honor.
Actually, ilang beses ko po binasa yung affidavit and what I see is there was a focus on the October 18, but on all the events on November 22 and 23, the detailed events leading to the emotional outburst did not seem complete. And that's what I'm trying to
Nako.
elicit from Attorney Lotok, our witness, because when we say that we had considered the bigger picture and all the facts and circumstances leading to the cases of great threat and inciting to sedition that were recommended, we want to understand the whole process and the factual context in which it happened. Because if you are to take snapshots of events and focus on October 18 and the press conference, it can shock any person. However, if you see as well the events leading to the emotions and the detention of the Chief of Staff and the Vice President herself, iba pa yung kasong ito, iba pa yung nadetina, iba pa yung sinampang kaso at pinagsarahan ng pinto ng ambulansya, kaya nagkaroon ng kasong ganon. I tried to read the affidavit a few times and could not find such a comprehensive enumeration of facts by the NBI, and that's why, thus, this query.
Pwede na po, Your Honor.
Yes, please.
Meron hong affidavit of transcription kung ano nangyari, and then nag-submit po kami ng authenticated na video para makita ng mga senator judges natin kung what happened during those dates for appreciation po ninyo. So makikita ho rito kung ano yung took place during the November 23, 2024 online press conference. But then again, as I've said, at in-explain ko na rin ito kahapon, Your Honor, if I may, kinonsider namin yung situation ni Attorney Zulaika Lopez. Nakita namin yung complaint niya, yung reklamo niya, yung health condition na sinasabi niya. Sinama din po namin yon na ano ba yung nangyari. Taking all the situations or the facts and circumstances attendant to that event, hindi ho na alter yung the fact na nag-utter ang Vice President ng grave threats against the three, despite of the fact na merong emotional.
Ilang maleta kaya dito, no? Yung budget para dito kay Diba? Ilang maleta kaya?
Situation na gano'n. Hindi rin ho na-alter na mayroong violation na ginawa yung Vice President.
Gaano kaya karaming maletang allocation dito kay Lotok na to? I mean, yung mga dokumento na-allocate dyan sa prosecution. Hindi pera, maleta.
During that online press
samain
conference.
na naman nung iba
And as a
dyan.
matter of fact, even before that emotional situation, maliwanag ko doon sa utterances, even before that emotional situation, sinasabi ho doon sa utterances, meron na akong kinausap. So nag-trigger na ho yun, ma'am. Meron na akong kinausap na isang tao na papatay sa presidente, sa First Lady, at doon po sa Speaker of the House. So, kahit sinama po namin siya to consider everything, again, Your Honor, hindi ho na bago yung utterances na ginawa ng Vice President. Hindi rin ho na bago na yung instruction niya is relentless in killing the three.
Yes. Attorney Lotok, what I've been trying to ask is not just the utterances which we've watched several times, but all the events leading to the utterances, and that is what I want. I understand what you're saying, that there were attachments or transcription, but the transcription would not be considered an assessment or an investigation. These were perhaps attached as transcription. And you earlier said that the threats are circumstantial. So and that is the reason why I was looking for that in the affidavit of the investigation. In short, para pong nakulangan ako, pero kung sinabi nyong inattach nyo yung transcript, so be it. But then, if you will read the 50 plus pages again of your investigation, it seemed to me, at least at this point, that snapshots were taken focusing on the October 18 and the utterances, but there seemed to be events leading to it that may have not been included.
With
But I will
indulgence of Senator
leave it
Judge
at that.
Legarda,
Yes.
kindly wind up, ma'am.
Yes. So the last question, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Na-interview rin niyo po ang mga miyembro ng media and you asked them factual information. Did you also ask them about the emotional state ng mga kalahok sa media, yung mga pangyayaring naganap bago ginawa yung mga naturang pahayag? In short, not just the factual statement, but the atmosphere, the events leading to that Zoom press conference that led to the perceived or alleged utterances.
Wala po yan sa minutes of meeting, sa Q&A, wala po yan, Your Honor.
Should you not have asked the members of media and the others who were part of that so that you would have, in your own words, sir, the complete picture so that everything is taken into consideration on why such a highly placed person would give such utterances, because such conditions existed that might have, just might have, elicited it. But you did not do that investigation or at least conversations with the members of media. I leave it at that. Thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you, Senator Judge Legarda. Senator Judge Pangilinan, you're recognized, sir.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President.
And you may
Just,
proceed when you're ready.
a few questions on
Sige, kung matching to. Ungguyan ho laban dito.
inciting to
Ungguyan.
sedition.
Yes, Your Honor.
For the witness, kasi pinapaliwanag mo yung sinasagot mo yung tanong ni Senate President Win kanina, no? Nasa NBI ka na Cybercrime Division since 2018.
Yes, Your Honor. 2018.
So, naalala mo ba yung kaso ni Ronel Mas? Yung taga Zambales na nagkaroon ng Facebook post.
Yes, sir. Naalala ko po pero hindi ko kami may hawak ng case na yan.
Oh, pero
Opo.
kung maalala mo, dahil division ninyo ang nagsampa ng kasong inciting to sedition, no? Tama ba?
I-check ko yung record. Hindi po yata ako may hawak
Dahil,
ng case.
well, to refresh your memory, nag-post siya sa social media offering 50 million to anyone who would kill former President Duterte. At that time, he was
Yes, sir.
the
Yes,
president.
sir.
So,
That's the news.
you remember that?
Yes, sir. That's the news. Sir.
Oh. Tapos, inaresto siya. Sabi niya, I will give 50 million reward kung sino makapatay sa dating presidente. So, nakita ng inyong division,
Bigyan natin ng points of prosecution dito, tatlo. Talagang ito si Kiko Matching. Oo. Tapos, 2 puntos sa defense dahil si Senator Loren Legarda, pinakita niya na chineripik lang ng prosecution at ng NBI yung investigasyon doon sa grave threat laban dito kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Ayan. Sabihin, nakalimutan yung puntusan natin. Ayan. Very
na
good yan.
ito ay inciting to sedition. Tama?
Yes, sir.
And therefore, sinampahan siya ng anti-cybercrime law.
Opo, sir.
Meron ding isang kaso, 14 May 2020. Dito naman sa Osamis. Pero palagay ko police investigation ito. No? Pero same, Cybercrime Prevention Act, inciting to sedition, ginamit ang Facebook account, Joe Mark Medina, and posted that he would give 150 million to anyone who would kill then President Duterte. So ito rin, naging kaso ng anti-cybercrime law.
Nabalitaan din po namin.
Okay. So, dito sa dalawang ito, in other words, to explain inciting to sedition, ang ganitong mga remarks have the tendency precisely to if not attack the government, put it in, mobilize individuals or people to go against government, tama?
Yes, sir.
So that is what you found in the earlier, in the later case of inciting to sedition that you have recommended for PI kay,
Opo, sir.
kay,
Yes, sir.
Vice President.
Yeah,
Okay.
as a matter of fact, yung isa sa mga heated arguments namin during that time nung ina-analyze namin yung case, nagtanong kami sa sarili namin, if we allow this unaddressed, yung pagganyan na nagbabanta sa buhay ng presidente, pag inayaan lang natin at yan yung maging norms na ng ating society, kahit sino na lang po pwedeng gawin yon. At alam ho natin magkakagulo ho pag ganon at walang ang regulation at pag di ho in-strict yan, sasabihin ho ng mga tao, okay naman pala kahit
Lalo na ngayon
mag-trend
dahil
ka.
sa social media, no? Malaki ang
Opo.
impluwensya.
Dalawang magkaibang bagay, yung kay Ronel Mas, kung sino mong pangalan nung guru na yun. Yung direktahan, 50 million eh. Ito hindi. Pag may nangyari sa akin, ano yan? Dalawang magkaibang ano yun. Kaso yun. Pinaghahalo nitong Sige Kumatsing dahil ngayon naman, ginulay, ganito, ganyan, di ba?
Nakikitang nangyayari ito at hindi natutugunan.
Opo, sir.
Sabi niya,
Kahit na ano sabihin mo dyan, Kiko Pangilinan, hindi ka pa rin magiging vice president o president sa mga darating na panahon, okay? Puputi na lahat, pati burnik mo. Kung hindi lang sa Comelec, dyan sa Comelec, malamang sa malamang, nung nagdaang eleksyon, talo ka pa rin eh.
yun may problema. Thank you. No more.
Thank you, Your
Next,
Honor.
next.
What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Villanueva?
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer, just one question, quick question on this particular topic on inciting to sedition, if I may.
The gentleman may proceed.
Yes, again, let me ask the witness just to clarify the factual basis for the National Bureau of Investigation's possible inciting to sedition. No? We recognize, Mr. Witness, yung strong criticism of the President may fall within the realm of what we call protected political speech, and it's really a balance, and somehow yun yung nagpapa-confuse paminsan. Kailan nagpo-fall into grave threats, kailan nagpo-fall into inciting to sedition. Pero bilang investigador, ano po yung nakikita ninyo ng sa mga pahayag at sa surrounding circumstances na naging basihan po ng NBI para tignan ito bilang posibleng inciting to sedition at hindi lamang ito pumapasok doon sa tinatawag na political criticism?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, una, kinonsider namin sino yung utterer. So, una, yung utterer, the Vice President, the second highest official of the land. Then, pangalawa, kinonsider namin ano ba yung mga in-utter ng Vice President. And then, pangatlo, ano ba yung surrounding circumstances na like naging reaction nung recipient nung utterances o threats. Nakita ho namin na kung pwede palang gawin ito ng isa sa pinakamataas na posisyon ng Pilipinas at hindi natin ito i-address,
Yung.
hindi natin i-regulate, pwede na rin po pala itong gawin ng kahit na sino. Remember, Your Honor, Vice President is kinukonsider ho natin na model bilang public official.
Yung.
So tinitingnan po natin siya kung ano yung actuation siya sa public, kung ano yung pakikipagrelasyon niya.
So, yung presidente, model din siya, ganon. Model din siya na kung saan yung kapatid niya sinabihan siya ng adik. So, yung actuation niya, yung revelation ng kapatid niya, dapat magsilbing model. Mag-adik din na sambayan ng Pilipino. Ganon ba yun? Adik.
Sa ibang public official. So again, Your Honor, nung makita ho namin yan, may effect po sa mga tao. Kung ang Vice President kayang gawin yan
Oh.
at wala namang nangyari, gawin na rin natin yung iba.
Yan.
Yung ini-explain ko nga kahapon, may pattern, may consistent siya, and the fact na bold yung mga statement, pupugutan ng ulo, this country will go to hell because the person na nakaupo is hindi marunong maging presidente. Yung mga factor ho yun, finactor in namin Pag nakita ito ng taong bayan at walang kilos na ginawa yung gobyerno, parang domino effect po yan. Pwede na. Susunod-sunod na. Alam naman po natin ang nangyayari sa social media. So nakita namin na dangerous to, alarming siya. So definitely, nung nag-imbestiga ang NBI at nakalap niya lahat ng kinakailangang ebidensya, yung findings po namin, kasama po doon yung inciting to sedition.
Is it safe to say na yung pinaka-core nito is that when it falls under that category na it somehow steers public uprising?
Definitely, based on our investigation.
Yun
yes,
po yung
sir.
core, would
Yes,
you say?
sir.
And do you use the same methodology as you use doon sa grave test? For example, yung 4 stages na binanggit po ninyo, identification, collection, analysis, legal evaluation, yung elements na binanggit nyo yesterday, yung factors considered, delivery, literal meaning, nature, relationship to the parties, blah, blah, blah. Ito ho ba?
Yes, sir.
Same?
Opo,
Same?
kasama po yan sa analysis namin na ano yung epekto nito sa publiko pag ito yung naging norms na natin.
So
at
this is
hindi
the
natin
same na ginamit po ninyo?
Yes, sir.
And last but not the least, Your Honor, Mr. Witness, for purposes of investigating itong inciting to sedition, may we clarify, because it was, I don't know if Senator Bongo made mention about this. To clarify lang, is it necessary that someone was actually incited? Yun po ba, just for purposes of investigating itong inciting to sedition, is it necessary that someone was actually incited para mag-fall dito?
Well, ang basis po namin yung People versus Nabong, if I'm not mistaken. In order to be seditious yung speeches, it is not necessary na mayroong actual sedition. The law also penalizes or punishes those statements na mag-i-encourage to overthrow the government or to steer the people against the government or to disturb the peace of the community or to undermine public safety and public order. Yun
Thank
ho
you
ang
for
naging
the clarification.
consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr.
Senator Judge Ejercito, the rap.
Hoy, prosecution, bigyan nyo ng bonus to, ha? Bonus to, bonus. Bigyan nyo ng bonus to.
After Senator Judge Villar, Mark, what is your pleasure, sir?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Presiding. For just one question.
You may
for
proceed,
you, no?
sir.
Nabanggit mo kanina yung yung admission against interest. Maaari po ba niyong ipaliwanag para mas maintindihan po ng nakarami? At why did you rely on this if ever ito pong admission against interest?
Yes, Your Honor. Maalala po natin yung November 2023, yung utterances niya na that she had already contracted a person to kill the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker, and that she instructed to be relentless.
Para namang merong masasaktan kung sakaling mangyari yan. I mean, walang nangyari sa kanila. O siguro si Imelda Marcos masasaktan at yung mga anak nila. Pero yung sambayan ng Pilipino pinaglilingkuran nila, hindi yung gagawin yan ni VP Sara, ha? Yung kunyari, nadula si Marcos Jr., wag naman sana, di ba? Para naman kung sakaling may mangyaring masama dito sa mga individual na to na talagang protektado nitong si Loto, manhihinayang ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Ngayong mga panahon na to, negative 27 na ho pala. Ang approval at trust rating ni Marcos Jr. ay negative 27. Akala mo naman kung makaprotekta ka na dahil sa utterance, dahil sa ganito ganyan. Urul.
Itong utterance na to, instead na i-deny niya, which is definitely it should be denied kasi that's against her interest. Instead na i-deny niya po yon, nung November 26, na video, nung tinanong siya openly and in public, kung sinabi niya yon, ni-reiterate pa po niya, Your Honor. In fact, inadmit po niya na, oo nga, may kinausap akong tao tungkol dyan. And in fact, sabi niya, may krimen ba? Ano ang nakikitang krimen doon sa may kinausap akong tao na pag namatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, patayin mo si Speaker, patayin mo si Lisa Marcos.
Walang problema doon. Pagka namatay si VP Sara, hindi pa naman siya namamatay, buhay pa naman siya. Kaya wala tayong problema dyan.
Was this, ito pong
Kasi kung habang si VP Sara buhay, walang dapat ikatakot si Lisa, si Marcos at si Martin Romualdez, di ba? Wala tayong problema dyan. Sabihin mo lang kay Martin Romualdez, kay Marcos at kay Lisa Marcos, protektahan nila si VP Sara. Ganun ka simple.
Sinasabi niyong admission against interest, was this considered in your investigation?
Yes, Your Honor. Kasama po yun. Yun nga yung naging basis namin na aside doon sa sa utterances niya na no joke, kasi mukhang hindi yung no joke, sufficient na ba na talagang seryoso siya? Nung makita ko namin yung video, na ni-reiterate pa niya at nag-admit siya, we concluded na seryoso ang Vice Presidente nung in-utter niya yun.
Thank you. No further questions, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you,
Thank you
Senator
po, Your
Judge
Honor.
Ejercito. Senator Judge Mark Villar, you have 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Just a brief question for the witness. You mentioned,
Opo, Your Honor.
thank you. You mentioned earlier that
Go Mark. Go Mark. Palapakan natin siya, Mark.
there are many factors that come into play when you decide whether or not to file charges regarding grave threats.
Opo,
Now,
yes,
there
Your
are many
Honor.
factors in how you decide what constitutes a grave threat.
Yes, Your
And I
Honor.
wanted to know, what weight do you give those factors? Are there certain aspects of a grave threat that you put more importance on, whether it's the type of threat or who the threat is made to? What does does the NBI give more weight to a certain element of
Yes, Your Honor. It's a convolution of these factors na kinonsider namin. Una, yung delivery or manner in which the utterances were spoken, which is sabi ko nga, nasa atmosphere na kung saan furious and fumingly mad yung Vice President nung sinabi niya yon. And then, aside from delivery and manner, kinonsider namin yung literal meaning ng statement, which is on its face, makikita natin na even before the press conference was held on November 23, 2024. In fact, even before the questions was thrown by Francis Maui to the Vice President, the Vice President had already contracted.
But
Wala-
is there what do you give the most weight to? I'm aware that you have different factors that come into play.
Kinonsider ho namin-
Is there a specific, because binanggit nyo po yung, halimbawa, meron kayong 2 tests for grave threat. Binanggit nyo po kahapon. I just wanted to know what is the basis for, or if there is a hierarchy in the level that in all these elements, if there is a hierarchy. What the elements are,
There's a
but is there a
hierarchy.
hierarchy in those whether or not when you decide on whether or not to file charges of grave threats?
Your Honor, it's a combination ng lahat po na factor po
So nothing is given more weight than not one in your past experiences. You've never there's no everything is equal. All these factors that you've mentioned.
Well, in this case, yung literal meaning, at the same time, yung nature ng instruction.
Is it more of the type of the actual threat? If it's a death threat or if it's a halimbawa, kung sasabihin niya, whether it's a threat of, is the gravity of the threat a factor or is it who the threat is made to?
Yes, Your Honor.
Something that triggers your investigation more. I mean, what is there a factor that you place more weight to, or that you place more weight to, when deciding whether or not to file these charges?
Yung status ho ng nagsasabi nun.
Yeah, when you made the
yung-
decision, I was curious as to what factors did you put the most weight to?
Yung nature of the instruction as well as yung the fact na may kinausap na siya bago pa man siya tanungin. Yun po yung dalawa na yun, sir.
And these are defined, are these defined in any legal, or this is just purely the discretion of the NBI, or is there a particular definition in the law that would create a hierarchy of?
I would say it satisfies the elements of grave threats, Your Honor.
Okay, but it's not necessarily defined in the law. A lot of it is open to interpretation of the NBI.
Yes, Your Honor. Based on facts, nakita ho namin na papasok ba yung elementong ganito, elementong ganyan, elementong ganon. Nung nagkaroon ho kami ng findings, nirefero namin sa DOJ. DOJ, sir, ito ang findings namin. Ano po ang masasabi nyo? Then nag-issue ho ng certification ng DOJ at ang sabi ng DOJ, certified all of the elements required for the crime charged is complete. So pwede na tayo mag-proceed sa preliminary investigation.
Yeah, thank you. Importante po kasi na ma-define po natin kung ano po yung grave threat, kung ano po yung... and I just want to know what latitude does the NBI have in deciding whether or not to file a charge of grave threat.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, thank you
Opo.
very much, sir.
Opo, thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you, Senator Judge Mark Villar. Counsel for the respondent.
Just have last few
Sorry,
questions, Your Honor.
apologies. Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo.
Si Erwin to. Si Erwin. Itong, di pa pala natin na-reset yung ano. Hindi na-reset natin, gang.
You may proceed when you're ready, sir. You have no more than 2 minutes.
Thank you. Just one quick question to our witness. Inciting to sedition po yung kinaso ninyo.
Opo, Your
Tama.
Honor.
Pero hindi ba nagbo-border ito yung inciting to sedition to propaganda? Kasi po ayon po sa diksyonaryo, propaganda is a form of communication
Saan diksyonaryo na naman kaya galing nitong si Erwin Tulfo to? Malaki problema natin dito.
that aims to shape the people's belief, action, or behavior. Na you say something para udyukan yung tao, para magalit. So, nagbo-border ito between propaganda and inciting to sedition. What made you say that this is inciting to sedition yung pinagsasabi ni Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte?
Again, Your Honor, we consider the elements ng inciting to sedition, one of which is yung whether the speeches disturbs the community. And then in-explain ko na po kanina yung mga comments. At the same time, yung responses ng recipients, gaya ng several government agencies and the President himself, as well as the Speaker of the House. And then, Your Honor, whether it would undermine public safety and public order, which is malinaw ho dun sa comments at reaksyon ng ating government agencies like the PNP, like the National Security Council, at ganun
Na kung saan under lahat kay Marcos Jr. Hindi naman pagka binanggit mo national ganito, itong DOJ, under lahat yan. Kaya kung gusto nilang pagmukayin na talagang ang lala nung sinabi ni Bibi Sara, kaya nila. Under lahat sila sa Marcos administration. Inuurr mo kami, brode.
din po yung Presidential Communications Office. So, pinapakita ho nila doon na alarming yung situation, it's an active threat, at the same time, it's a matter of national security, at hindi ho ito dapat palampasin. In fact, may classification pa nga yung ibang agency natin na yung kinausap is assassin. Both the PNP
Walang kinausap. Yung assassin, invento nyo na lang. Walang assassin.
and the PCO, sir. So, sila ho, nakalampag ho sila, itong mga government agency na to doon sa utterances na ginawa ng Vice Presidente. So, aside from that fact, nakita ho rin namin yung comments from social media platforms na meron ho talagang nabubuong magiging kaguluhan. Although, sabi ko nga po kanina, yung comments sa mga Facebook at social media platforms, hindi na ho namin nakasama sa affidavit of investigation po namin, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Witness.
Thank you, Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo. Counsel for the respondent, for the continuation of your cross. I heard you say
Last few questions, Your Honor.
after the cross, before redirect, we shall pause for a 15-minute break. Counsel for the respondent may proceed.
Attorney Lotok, does a Filipino citizen have the right to express dissatisfaction with our government?
Definitely, sir.
This is part of freedom of speech, correct?
Yes, sir.
And as long as we do not commit an act to overthrow the government, this is allowed, correct?
It depends, sir, kung magpo-fall siya sa inciting to sedition,
Okay.
sir.
But in that press con, did VP Sara directly urge the public to overthrow the government?
There was no such kind of a statement, but there was a sort of tendency because of those utterances.
All right. She merely voiced out her personal opinion during the press con, correct? Opinions during the press con.
I cannot answer to that, Your Honor. Based doon sa nakaalap namin kung ano hong nandito.
That's okay. So, and just like any other ordinary Filipino who has the freedom of speech, she should be allowed to do that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Unless we are under martial law again, she should be able to speak, correct?
I cannot speak kung yung situation na yan. That's hypothetical, sir.
Nothing further, Your Honors. Okay.
Thank you, Counsel for Respondent. Again, as stated by the presiding officer, wala pa kayong balak mag-break talaga? Senator Judge Soto, let's give way to seniority. Thereafter, Senator Judge Pangilinan. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. This will be very quick. Naliligaw ako eh. Because I think that even some members of the public that are watching, naliligaw.
Baka baka pinapabili sa'yo Coca-Cola, binili mo Pepsi kaya naliligaw ka.
This is a
Naliligaw
discussion
daw siya.
of grave threat and inciting to sedition. Di ba sa regular courts naka-charge yun, Mr. Witness?
Sir, wala pa hong, as far as I know, as far as the NBI Cybercrime Division is concerned, wala pa ho sa court, Your Honor. Nasa preliminary investigation pa lang ho yung case natin.
So pero sa regular courts pinafile, di ba?
Yes po. Opo.
Ang nakafile dito sa impeachment court, betrayal of public trust, di ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
At saka other high crimes.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Hindi grave threat at saka inciting to sedition, di ba?
I think yung Article 4 yata may nakalagay doon, Your Honor, na...
Pero hindi yun ang main charge, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Betrayal of public trust.
Opo.
Sige, kasi naliligaw ako eh.
Thank you po, Your
Next time kasi pagka sabi, bili ka Coca-Cola, huwag ka bibili Pepsi. Okay? Ibigaw ka eh.
Honor.
Thank you, Senator Judge Soto.
Talang na lang ang bumanat, palpak pa.
Senator Judge Pangilinan.
Yes, very quickly lang
Saka huwag ka mag-cellphone. Para hindi ka maligaw, huwag ka mag-cellphone.
dahil napag-usapan ito since nag-umpisa tayo ng hearing. Yung authenticated video ba AI?
No, sir.
Ito ba fabricated?
No, sir. It's
Ito
not
ba
fabricated.
spliced?
Hindi po, sir.
So in other words, yung video ay accurate
Yes, sir.
and representation of what happened.
Authenticated.
Kasi
sir. Yes po.
dalawang linggo na nating dinedebate kung i-admit ba o hindi o et cetera, et
Wala
cetera.
nagdedebate kung totoo hindi. At hindi nagdedebate ang defense. Makaguni-guni mo lang yan. Huwag mo kasing dalasan yung pagdilig sa pechay ni Sharon kaya para hindi ka naliligaw ka rin eh. Hiraw.
Hindi naman din sinasabi ng prosecution na altered or spliced or yung defense altered or spliced. Tama?
Yes, sir. Obviously,
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
well, obvious. One of the ways to identify whether AI siya o hindi, isa ho doon yung tinatawag naming visual analysis. Number one, yung human anatomy anomalies. So pag yung merong asymmetrical facial feature, pag merong unnatural positioning of hands, pag merong tinatawag...
Nagiging anim o pito yung daliri, ganun.
Opo, Your Honor. And then, kinukonsider din ho namin yung tinatawag naming temporal artifacts doon sa visual analysis. Meaning, kung sa one frame, ito ang condition, then pag tinuloy-tuloy mo nang i-play, minsan mawawala yung buhok, mawawala yung relo. So wala hong ganon na mga circumstances na
Walang question dun sa authenticity nung mga videong ipinalabas. Okay? Yung pagsabi din ni VP Sara na magnanakaw ang mga congressman, si Martin Romualdez, at yung iba mga congressman na gusto siya ma-impeach ngayon, hindi rin AI yun. Totoong sinabi ni VP Sara yun.
So for the record, lahat ng mga video na pinakita natin dito sa impeachment court, na pinakita ng defense at ng prosecution, lahat yon authentic.
Yes,
For
Your
the
Honor.
record, no?
Yes, Your
Whether
Honor.
the witness or at least both. Okay. Just to put it also on record na dito sa mga sinulat, kasi nung nag-imbestiga kayo, sumagot yung lawyer, di ba? Ni Vice President Sara. Itong dated saan ba yun? Annex I, sorry. No, Annex J. Yung Annex J, sinasabi, sumagot yung Vice President, yung abogado ng Vice President, no, na our client vehemently denies Annex K having made any threat constituting grave threats under Article 282 of the revised penal code in relation to so forth and so on. Since your office acknowledges, kayo yun, ano? That it has access to publicly available materials on the internet, diba? We are confident that the content will and context of the entire press conference subject matter of your investigation will bear this out.
Yes po.
So my question is, ito ba yung ginamit ninyong video? Yung sinasabi nilang it has access, since your office has access to publicly available material.
I believe so, Your Honor. In fact, yung video na yan is existing up to May
Yes.
2025.
Okay, so in other words, kahit ang Vice President's office referred to the video in your possession as part of yung kanyang clarification and defense na hindi grave threats ang nangyari.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. No other question for this.
Thank you. Chair declares
Wala naman pala eh. Kung makabida-bida, wala naman pala eh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Senator Judge Padilla. Chair declares a 15-minute recess. We shall
Ayun na nga mga kababayan, pagkatapos ng recess, babalik ko tayo. Maraming salamat sa pag-support sa PH Update. Mag-ingat po kayong lahat. Natin Pilipinas.